Hey there friends, so today I'm going to show you how we can do a texture painting. So I'm going to have to tell you in class what we are painting for, and our colors might be different just depending on what we are painting it for as well. But you are not necessarily going to have a paintbrush or water. Instead, you're going to have other stuff to experiment with and add texture. Now, let's remember, texture is one of those 6 elements of art, and it means how something feels, like the way your skin feels different than the paper. And you can add texture into an artwork, which is what I'm going to do right now. So, using any of the colors that you have, that you're given, you can use your different makers and experiment. For example, this is a dauber. Now, you might not have this today, or maybe you do. Use the tools that you're given to experiment. If you go up and down, you can make really cool spongy marks. And that gives it lots of what's called implied texture, because it's not really bumpy, but my paper, it looks bumpy. Now, if you get a little bit on the table, that's okay. We can clean that up. If you're just painting on the table for fun, that is not okay, and you will not be able to paint with us today. Maybe I can twist it. See, ooh, look at that. Twist it. Experiment. Treat the materials kindly, but experiment and fill the space. I'm trying to clean all the white spaces. Now, this has purple on it, but I want to try to use my other color, and I don't have water. It's okay. I'm not going to mix the colors on here together, but I am going to switch where the tools go. So it's okay if you get a little blue on here together. Again, I'm not going to mix my whole plate up, and I can go ahead and I can continue on with my experimenting. And I can see what colors, when they mix, what colors they turn into. Color, remember, is another element of art. Okay, guys, so let's see what other tools I have to experiment with, and I'll leave that for another neighbor. There's a roller where I can go ahead and roll in the paint. I can even roll it on when it's dry to see if it does anything before I get it wet. I can see a little bit of texture happening, but you might have trouble. It's not very dramatic. So I can roll some texture. I can get a little bit on my roller, and I can roll it. All right. Let's see what else I have. Again, you might not have the same things. There's a toothbrush. I'm going to see what I can do if I paint with a toothbrush. Just like when you're brushing your teeth, huh? All right. Let's see what else I have. I have some bubble wrap. Now there's the flat side, that probably doesn't have much texture when you add it, but I have the bubbly side, and I think that's going to make a bubble texture. Now I can try to stick it in there, but I feel like that's gonna be too messy, so I'm gonna paint it with my dauber. Be creative. Solve problems creatively. That's what an artist does. All right, let's see, I'm gonna stick that and do something called printmaking. Let's see. Ooh, fun texture. All right, guys. So let me get a little bit more, because there's one more, or a few more tools I want to show. Whoa, that's a lot of dark texture. Okay. There's this tool. This is literally a texture maker for art, and it's got bridges on the end. You have to do this one on wet paint. I'm going to lay it down on my paper, tilt it a little bit, and I could drag it. And you can make more texture. And I've got one more that I want to show you today. I've got even a rolling car. I can roll it through my paint, and the tires will leave marks. When tires leave marks in dirt, for instance, they're leaving texture. All right, guys. So you're going to have to find out what we're going to do with these, whoops, in the next art class, or I'll tell you live in class. But for here, that is just a textury paper. Happy arting today.